Okay, second preview. We got Dub at 3-2 versus Tam at 2-3. This could be a big game. Really big game, actually. If Dub comes down to 500 and Tam comes up to 500, that division's busted wide open for a shit division. So, Dub is starting Foles against the Giants. Foles has been in a downward spiral, man. I don't know what's going on with him. He was like lighting it up last year, played pretty decent early this year, and now nothing. And then Tam has Cutler at Atlanta. I really like Cutler. Just as wide receiving core and running backs. Just he always throws the ball to great players, so I like Cutler there. Then Julio for Dub and Ruben Randall for Tam. Um, this you got to take Julio Jones in this case. But Ruben Randall, I think, is poised to have a good week. Philly's pass defense is terrible, and Eli's getting it together. Then Randall Cobb versus Pierre Garcon. Randall's been catching touchdowns, man. Not a lot of looks, but when they get in the red zone, he's been getting open. So, and then Pierre Garcon, I mean, they're at Arizona. Washington's been looking terrible. I got to give Cobb the nod there too. Then Le'Veon Bell at Cleveland and Eddie Lacy at Miami. They're giving the nod to Bell. Cleveland's defense is okay. Miami's defense is pretty good too. You got to give Bell the edge, but Lacy has been coming on after a terrible start. Then Bradshaw for Dub versus Lynch for Tam. Lynch has been a complete beast, living up to everything. Definitely a win for Tam there. Then tight ends Jordan Reed, who just hasn't lived up to the hype, versus Dwayne Allen, who doesn't get a lot of looks but catches touchdowns. I'd say this is a wash, but I bet Dwayne Allen scores a touchdown tonight, and Tam gets that edge. Fred Jackson in the flex versus New England. I don't really like anybody, any non-elite running back versus New England. I think they're going to be throwing a lot regardless. Versus Lamar Miller in Green Bay, who's, I don't know. I don't like either of these flex plays, actually. But you're Tam sitting Vincent Jackson, Dub sitting Andre Johnson, and Michael Crabtree. I don't know. I'm curious about these flex plays, but I guess I'll give the slight nod to Fred Jackson just because I don't think they can run the ball down in Miami. Kickers, nothing special. Defenses, Cincinnati might be able to get big time after Cam for Tam. And San Diego's playing a terrible Oakland team, but their defense isn't super opportunistic. This is a tricky one. It's kind of back and forth. I want to root for Tam, obviously, but I think that the consistency at wide receiver is going to be the difference, and Dub's going to pull it off. But I'm rooting for you, Tam. Go for it, buddy.